Hey guys, it's Sarah from Book Nerds and Fangirls, and a question that is currently on my mind is if You Season 2, Episode 2 is gonna get my blood boiling as much as You Season 2, Episode 1. Now, a little bit of background story, because I feel like I didn't explain it well enough in my first episode reaction. You Season 1 I enjoyed a lot. I thought it was a cool perspective. I also enjoy the book. Now, You Season 2, the reason why I have hatred for it out of the gate is because I read the book Hidden Bodies. Now, Hidden Bodies, for those of you who don't know, is the second book in the You series by Carolyn Kepnes. And this season follows the same storyline. Now, it is not just me who hates this book. There are a lot of people who hate Hidden Bodies by Carolyn Kepnes, so I'm not the only one. So I go in with very low expectations, and whenever I go in with low expectations and it still pisses me off, that's bad. So just a disclaimer, if you like Hidden Bodies or anything that I don't particularly like, that's fine. That's your opinion, it's not my opinion. So I just thought I would put that disclaimer out just in case. Also, I just woke up. Like, I haven't been asleep all day. I went out, did a few last minute shopping things because I got money for Christmas, that's all. Fine and dandy. I love getting money for Christmas so I could buy presents as well. But then I went out to Outback with my husband, had about like that whole boomerita stuff, and I'm a lightweight, so every time I drink alcohol, it immediately makes me sleepy, so I passed out for 2 or 3 hours, and now I'm awake again, and ready to do this reaction. Thing is, I woke up with a little bit of a headache, dehydration headache, so of course I'm already automatically cranky out of the gate. But it will make for a better reaction. So if I seem a little bit more irritated than usual, that is why. That, and I hate this book with a passion. But we're gonna see if they can dig themselves out of the hole that they created for themselves with the first episode, and see if, they make it better. Fingers crossed. Let's go ahead and do this, because this is gonna be a bumpy ride, if I must say so myself. Okay, so this mirrors Joe getting a little bit creepier. Like, he was creepy in season 1, don't get me wrong. But, like, he went an extra level for a girl he don't even know. I mean, like, yeah, he went pretty extra for Beck, but, like, he didn't live straight next to her either. It was like, oh, could you get creepier? And then, also, whenever he's talking about LA and how LA has like the special form of conspiracy theorist, I was a little bit disappointed that they didn't get Shane Dawson to play this part, but shit happens. And I don't think he would want to be in this show either, but just a thought process. I mean, just saying, but it's nice to see conspiracy theorists portrayed on this show. But at the same time, I don't hate the start of this episode more than I hate the start of the first episode. So, at least they're not trying to hide the fact that Joe's a stalker anymore, like we already knew. I'm looking at You, the end of You, Season 2, Episode 1, who thinks that we're idiots and don't know that Joe's a stalker already. Yeah, bad production choice, a bad storyline choice. Go fuck yourself, whoever thought of that. Now let's continue. Can I state how remarkably chill Will, like, reacts to being stuck in a fucking box? I mean, I would never be that chill. I'd be like, get me the fuck out of here before I fucking fuck you up. But no, it's like, he's so chill about it. Like, no one was this chill going into the box when they were in the box. Like, what the hell? It's just like, ugh. Ugh. Okay, I think I found what is putting me off so much about Joe and Love's relationship. It's the fact that there is too much too soon. I mean, I get she wants to rip off the band-aid off, but she just like literally kissed a guy she just barely met like a week or so ago, I want to say. Little, I know relationships like this exist, but they tend to burn out faster. Most of them, not all, most, but like I do like the addition of when they first kissed, Beck was on his mind because you know you can't escape murdering someone you quote unquote loved without a little bit of a conscience getting in your head. And but like ugh, I don't know, I just don't buy their love story. I know she's inviting him to go like meet her friends, and that's all fine and dandy and cool. Like, that's not moving a little too fast. Sometimes it actually depends on who you are as a person. Like, some people will go on like group dates with their friends to make things less awkward. But some people will rather, you know, wait to save the friend thing until they know that they actually really like this person and want to their friends to meet these people, because let's face it, friends don't hold back, and they're I wouldn't say they're judgmental by any means, but if a friend knows a guy is sketchy, they'll tell you. And I'm surprised that Joe isn't like more concerned about meeting her friends, because friends are the people that'll tell you that people are fucking sketchy. And does anyone remember how, like, Peach reacted whenever she met Joe the first time? Like I said, no one thinks you're more sketchy than a girl's friends. Just saying. Let's go ahead and see how this friend thing probably works out, because he might say no, he might say yes. But let's go into this episode. So in theory, 40's idea of having book-to-movie adaptations playing in a bookstore is not a bad idea, like Joe states, but as a book lover myself, I totally get the curse of book-to-movie adaptations. No movie is as good as its book. And that's because books cover far more details than you could possibly conceive in a 2 to 3 hour movie. It's just not possible unless your book is like super short. Things get cut out, it's not as great as the book. Now, there are some exceptions, don't get me wrong, but I like how it's all like Pulp Fiction, and then just like, that's not a book, and then it's all like Star Wars. Star Wars do have a book series, but I think they're loosely based off the book, as loose as they can be. I don't know, if you've read the Star Wars novels, comment down below. And then 50 Shades of Grey, no one likes that book, and no one likes the movies too, except people who, you know, like, I'm a sucker for a good erotica too, don't get me wrong, but like 50 Shades of Grey has so many grammatical errors that I just want to punch it in the face. Like, I didn't notice that the first time I read it when I was 19 years old, and then I reread it because my husband was all like, why you like that trash that has so many grammatical errors in it? And no, I swear, no joke, I think there was like 40 to 50 grammatical errors in the first chapter alone. So whoever published that didn't publish it well, obviously, but it's not a piece of cinematic art. Now, it did well, considering the book is shit, and the story is shit, but that's because sex sells. Let's face it, it does. It does, but like, don't just say that, just like, play book-to-movie adaptations that are actually really good book-to-movie adaptations. Like, why don't you play The Hunger Games too, because that was a pretty good book-to-movie adaptation. But whatever you do, don't play Divergent. Don't do it. Horrible book to movie adaptation. Not gonna say why, but if it got cancelled, you know why. But let's go ahead and continue. I just wanted to touch base with it. Okay, so I do like how Jasper looks like he's like a little bit of a cuddly teddy bear, and then he fucks shit up. It's all like, wow, you seem like such a great. Oh, okay, you're not a great guy. Like, don't fuck with people who, want their money, especially in Los Angeles. Oof. Like, oof. I will say this second episode is going a lot better than the first episode. Maybe they'll, impress me. First episode was shit. Let's continue with the whole making a potentially good episode. Let's go, guys. So, I'll have to admit, like, the best characters in this show so far are Love's friends. I actually really like their dynamic as friends. Like, they're supportive, they're harsh and brash when they need to be harsh and brash. They feel like they genuinely care about their friend, and I actually really like that. I like friendship dynamics in shows that seem realistic and real. Like with, Guinevere's friends, I didn't really see the friendship part of their friendship, and with Love's friends, I could tell that. And then when Joe's all like, why am I seeing Beck all around? It's like, maybe, just maybe, because you feel fucking guilty. Just saying. But let's go ahead and continue. Okay, before I get into anything, I just want to show everyone that my cat was like literally staring at the screen for the past like probably 10 minutes. Cats, all people might not know this, but cats and dogs watch TV too because they're fascinated with it. But I was like at a violent scene wherever Joe was like killing the drug guy, well, the mafia guy, and then I just like turn around and she's looking at it, and I'm just like she did this with Game of Thrones too, so it's actually kind of funny, but she's only interested in certain stuff, but like now I'm seriously kind of worried. Just kidding. I love the baby girl. But so Joe just killed another guy, and then I like his conversation with Beck. I love how it's just all like you hurt me, and I'm just like, okay, well, I like the whole you're not afraid that love will hurt you, you're afraid that you'll hurt her, and I'm just like, well, consciences could be a bitch, so at least he has some form of a conscience, not that much, but some. So, oh, and then his fight with Love whenever he sees Beck, and Love's all like, you don't know to yell at me, ever, and I'm just like, girl, you're being a little too forward. Like, I get it. I was also forward once, too, but, like, I've learned that you can't be forward with people. They don't like it. So, I don't know if a lot of people are people who like forward people, but I'm not one of those people who like forward people either. I was one of those people. Decided I didn't like the way I was, so I stopped being that way. But let's go on with the show, because I'm pretty sure my cat really wants to watch the rest of it. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna continue with the show. Okay, so I think what I just watched is living proof that Netflix is not afraid to do anything with their platform. And I mean anything, because, like, I never expected to see someone Sweeney Todd a guy in a TV show, but I just watched that, so I'm just like, ew, gross. Gross. Well, at least he didn't make it into meat pies. At least he, threw it in the trash. I guess that's, something at least, but it's still disgusting. Ew. Ugh. Ugh. I think the one thing that puts me off about Love is how much, like, I wouldn't even say she acts like a teenager, because even teenagers are kind of smarter than this one. But, like, oh my god. Like, whenever a guy gives you, like, a red flag and goes, hey, we shouldn't date because I really hurt my ex-girlfriend. And I think that, you should take caution to that and we shouldn't date for a while because I need to learn how to be a good guy. You don't automatically just take. It's like, you take that red flag and you fucking run. Okay? If a guy tells you they're not a great guy, newsflash, they're not a great guy. They're not lying to you. Whenever they say they're not a great guy, they're trying to be honest with you. You don't take the red flag and go wave it like it's a white one, okay? Okay, like, I'm surrendering. It's like, making Love as stupid as she was in the books does not impress me, okay? Okay, like, major red flags. Major. It's just like, I get it. She wants to feel love again. And she's desperate for love. Okay, a lot of people are. I was once. Shit happens. We're all gonna be desperate for love at one point of our lives, but, like, seriously, girl. Seriously. Why? Why? I think this is, like, the reason why I don't like season 2 and the book to begin with, because I don't like the love interest. I think it's a shit love interest. But then again, we need someone who is kind of like up on Joe's level. I'm not saying she's crazy, not at all. I think she just goes entirely too fast, and she needs to pace herself. And she's like super spontaneous, which isn't always a good thing. Like, you need this balance. You need to be spontaneous, while keeping a clear head. And I'm not saying it's easy to do. God knows I struggle with it too. But come on, girl. When a guy's giving you all the red flags and telling you, hey, you need to stay away from me, like, you know that he was following you. You know that he has a past you don't know about, which is fine because it's only been like a week, so why would you know about that past? And then he's all like, I hurt my ex-girlfriend. Maybe, just maybe, instead of being a girl who is in love with a bad boy, maybe you should take caution and run. Just a thought process. Alright, let's go ahead and continue. I don't really know if it's just me, but did it seem like whenever Joe and Love were talking about the whole I can't date you because I hurt my ex-girlfriend, with that conversation, did anyone else think they reused stock footage for that? Because it seems like I've just watched the same scene twice. Like, I don't know, it was just a little weird to me. It was a little off-putting. Either that or he's being repetitive and repeating himself, which, happens and shit. But did anyone catch that? Did anyone see that, or is it just me being a little tired? Who knows? Okay, so I will say that I did enjoy the second episode far better than the first one. The first one, I was super angry. I didn't like it whatsoever. I'm glad I kind of stuck with it. Because I like the first season a lot, and as long as they don't go the route that the book did, which, was atrocious, then I'll be fine. Like, that ending was just, like, so, like, mind-bogglingly stupid that I couldn't even with it. And then Joe over here talking about him and Love's kids, and it's like, I can't wait to tell our story to our kids. And it's all like, please don't tell your story to your kids about how you're a stalker and how those tendencies are okay. Like, no, they're not okay. It's not alright to stalk people, okay? But, oh my god, like, I like what they're doing with Delilah's character. I didn't like her in the books, but I really, really, really like her in the show. That's the best part that they've taken from the books and ran with, because they're trying like different things with this show, and you know, I'm actually pretty okay with that. That's pretty good. Good how they're taking it and running with it. But I like Delilah's character the most. Like, I don't know what kind of bad you are, but you're bad in some way. And then it's just all like, leave me and my sister the fuck alone. And I'm just like, oh, Delilah. I like Delilah. She's like the one saving grace on this show so far. I mean, Love is alright. Love is alright whenever she's not in scenes with Joe. I actually really enjoy her. She's less of a bitch than Beck was. Like, I hated Book Beck. Like, she was awful. Awful, and in the show, she's not that great either. It doesn't mean she deserved to die by any means. It means she was just, like, really bitchy and ignorant and other stuff. But it didn't justify, you know, what Joe did to her. But, I don't know. This episode was alright. It wasn't great by any means. It was okay. I'm gonna watch probably like 1 or 2 more episodes tonight so I could go ahead and get the series done. But, I don't know, guys. Maybe this season will impress me. It was off to a rocky start. It seems like it's going a little bit better than the first episode, which, thank fucking God, because if it was just like truly awful the whole season, I'd be like, bitch, I'm done. But much better than the first episode by, like, a landslide, I'll say. So there you guys have it. That was my reaction to you, Season 2, Episode 2. Comment down below and let me know if you think they're gonna stick with the book, and if you've read Hidden Bodies, what do you think of the book? And I will see you guys in my next episode. Bye!